The person who have lent money to your parent is acting crazily right now. Just think from your side. They're feeling so insecure because the person whom they lent the money is not there anymore, and they're not sure whether they'll get back their money. And top of that, their family is also just cursing them like anything that why did you lend the money to them? If it is in the case of some person, but in the case of bank, obviously the scenario is totally different. But anyway, you have the pressure right now to make a contribution. You feel it yourself, and the people around you are saying indirectly to you that study well and go to a good job because you have so many debts. And imagine, this is a time to figure out what you want to do. Just after college, we are nobody is so sure that they want to do this except some unicorns. Other people, we are not sure. We just do trial and error method. But now it have to be one hit or miss for you because you're already in minus. You can't just experiment right now. So what are the things you have to do to pay the debts and follow your passion? That's what we're going to see today. Get the job which is offered to you. That's the first thing which you have to do because it will give assurance to the people who have lent to you, and not only that, it will give you confidence to yourself that you can get out of it. And that's why I'm saying get the job which is offered to you. Though you're passionate about some job and you're eyeing on your dream job, that's okay. You can try it from working from there. But you're going to keep on waiting for that dream job. You will get desperate and sometimes depressed also. So just work and search for that job. But in that case, you have to do extra work obviously because it will be so tiring, and the transition from college to job is not that easy for everyone. So you need to do the extra work, but you are put in that situation. You have to do it. You have no other option for that. So just do the work and search for a dream job, or else if you want to do higher studies also, you can work and then learn. I've seen many people who have worked in their first job and then saved the money, and using that money they did higher studies. You can do that also. There are many things. In my case, I just followed my passion while working. Yes, I wrote my first book, Never Been a Loved One, while working, while having a job. It's not that easy to follow your passion either because there is more mental strength involved in following a passion because it is not guaranteed that it will do best and become a full-time career. It is not that guarantee. Even in other things, anything is not easy, but in other things there's a slight guarantee. Just because you joined a job and started saving, it doesn't mean that you will clear all your debts just like that. As soon as you started earning, you would have realized that the money is gone like anything by half of the month itself. We just spent like anything without any concrete plan because we are not introduced to finance and we are not introduced to how to handle money in our schools or college. It's something which we learn of our own. But here we are going to see about how to save money as much as possible. What I did is, since I moved to a new city, if you are going to make that move, speaking of moving, I've spoke about how moving to a new city will help you in grief here. So do check it out after this. This is the second part of that series only. It will help you. Okay, moving to a new environment needs new house and new vessels, everything. Basically, your accommodation needs money. In my case, I moved to a hostel because that's the number one way to save money. Obviously, you have to sacrifice your privacy and many stuff. Um, there are good and bad part while staying in hostel, especially while you are suffering through grief. Hostel is a good option only for mentally. So I stayed in hostel to save money. And the second thing which I did is I didn't spend most of my money in clothes or cosmetics. Cosmetics I was not interested much. You can say by saying me now itself, I was not interested much. But strangely, I am interested in cosmetics right now. I don't know. While we're staying in home, I'm more interested. But with clothes, I was interested, but I didn't save money. And whenever I bought any new clothes, actually, speaking of that, I remember when I went to my office, that's to the new city, I just went with three pair of dress, only just three pair of dress, and then after that, my good luck, there was sale in a store, so it was sale time, so I just went out, and there also I was not able to spend money. The money part was occupied in my mind, so I just bought three clothes there also. So totally I had minimum of five clothes for entire week, and I used to repeat it every week, and well, no one person left in the planet to get me that you are repeating every clothes. I guess you are having this clothes for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in order. Why are you doing like this? Everybody mean to say mean things to me, but I didn't care because I don't know it's in my blood or what. I don't know. I never care. I just saved. I just cut every outsource, and mostly I saved 75% of the money. Remaining 25% was mostly for the travel from my home to office and hostel. Only that 25% was like basic needs which can't be cut. That's what I did, and I didn't go and spend in outing. Most of the time I just stayed in my room and read books, because that's not an, I can't say I did that sacrifice. It was more of me. I am more of an indoor person. If you are an indoor person, please make use of that. Actually, you're saving a lot of money if you are an indoor person. A book costs 200 rupees, but imagine going out and spending in a restaurant and travel, everything costs more, obviously more than that. So if you're an indoor person, make use of that. Three things: cut all the outsource as much as you can, make your accommodation in a place which is very cheap, and then spend very little money on clothes, because that's a necessity. That's why I'm repeating it again. It's a necessity, but spend very less. Obviously have years to dress up yourself. Now I do. Now I buy more clothes. While I'm at home, I do it. In the lounge wear, strangely today also I'm wearing a new t-shirt. Let me know how it is. I feel like it goes well with the background. Let me know if I'm right in the comment. And yeah, you may wonder, for how long should I save money? For how long should I wear the same set of clothes? Let me know, please. I want to live my life. That's a question. I can hear you. That's the thing I want to address next. That is, you have your life of your own. So just take charge of certain debts, not the entire debt of a family, because family is important, but your life is also important for you. At times we need to put ourselves in front of everybody, because I hear this quote from somewhere and it got stuck with me. You can disappoint anyone in this world, but not you. So just set a time frame. In my case, I took like 2 to 3 years of time. And what I did, the another thing which I did is, I did not give money every month, but instead I just saved up the money and gave it as a bulk amount, so that they could settle a certain amount of debt. In that way, you would leave an impact on you itself that, yeah, I just settled that. Else, if you're going to give money monthly, they'll use for the monthly expense, and you will not end up reducing your debts.